Diamonds not only negotiated past a hostile takeover, but it emerged a stronger diamond explorer and producer as a result. It has also now survived the recession and raised some new capital to boot. Company CEO John Bristow said Rockwell's balance sheet is solid and production targets for the short term will run at about 4,000 carats a month. We met up with John and his support team while they were in New York to discuss tenders, the future of rough markets, and rough prices.
Yeah, we've just finished a tender. We haven't released the results yet, but the prices were good. We've noted good firmness in the middle range. The bridal range has been very supportive of the industry through the past 18 months or so. We have some product in that range, and the prices have bing good. Overall, we've seen big improvement in prices since the first part of last year, first half of 2009. We're also seeing better demand for good big stones. We've had regular 30s and 50s and the odd couple of 100 carats, and the good white stones have sold well. So the market for us has certainly shown a big improvement, and most importantly, there seems to be resilience there as well. At the cheaper end, obviously, we see it still being a little depressed and quiet, but it's moving, and certainly it's been encouraging to see the level of buying out of Southeast Asia, particularly the Chinese, and recently the Indians are back in the market as well. We're optimistic about the market, certainly cautiously optimistic, I guess, for this year. I think it'll take some time to really stabilize properly and then grow from a solid base. But the important thing that we see is the fundamentals of the market are looking very encouraging. We see increasingly less supply. I think you in Rapaport will be very familiar with the fact that all the world's major producers are effectively seeing decline in supply. Old mines in South Africa, Botswana has to make decisions about underground mining. Argyle will fall in production quite substantially from its original peak of 40 million carats to 15 or 18 in the underground environment. Canada is over its peak of production, and the Russian mines are old, and most of all, there have been no new discoveries for 10, 15 years. So the supply side is either flat, and we think downward, and then the demand side, we have every confidence it's picking up again. People are starting to buy diamonds, people are still getting married and engaged. And most of all, the high net worth individuals are starting to buy luxury products again, including diamonds. So we have a long-term view that the diamond market is going into very good space, increasing demand and declining supply. And so we expect prices to kick up in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and probably quite strongly so. We have an ambitious growth target for Rockwell. We have a 5-year plan to get to 10,000 carats per month of gemstone production. Once we achieve that, we become a significant player. Our annualized revenue would be $100 million per annum. And it's for that reason, too, that we've made the Etruscan blue gum acquisition, which will give us a very nice product mix of diamonds that average about a carat in size, nice white product, and ideally suited for the bridal range or the Chinese mix. We have a new investor in Rockwell who's out of China, the Godia Capital Group, and they've introduced us to the diamond market in China, and it certainly looks interesting and growing. So the acquisition of Etruscan is strategically done to really broaden our mix of products and be able to generate more revenue and leverage that mix of stones.
John discussed how scarcity of diamonds, especially in the mid and high tier ranges, would play into price movement for rough.
In the rough end, in the rough diamonds, and certainly at the top end, there will always be an element of volatility. Having said that, I think the mid-range diamonds will probably continue to show price increases off a firm base. I mean, we've seen good resilience in the market. Prices have strengthened in the past 8 months, and I certainly think there'll be a good underpin going forward. And as we say, we see a healthier market. We just think the market is more robust.
Here is a look at how precious metals prices performed this past week. Rapaport offices in the U.S. will be closed in observance of Passover, March 30th and 31st, and April 5th and 6th. I will return April 7th right here on Diamonds.net.